LoveLine.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is LoveLine. LoveLine. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine, or more fittingly, the best of LoveLine. I'm Adam, that's Dr. Drew. Forget about that phone number. You don't need it.
Where are you tonight?
I'm at home.
In your bunker?
Yes.
Or
locked myself in my vault, and I'm having at myself. Drew, where are you?
Quite a thought. I'm in Manzanillo, Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, in one of those compounds.
Nice.
Yeah, somebody sent us down there.
Wow. All right. Well, I hope you get back.
Thanks. I hope I do too.
Are you back yet?
No.
Okay. You're still there now?
Yeah, right now.
Okay. Right this second?
Yeah.
All right.
When they hear this, I will be.
Well, you're freaking me out, dude. Our first guest tonight is a band that has won many awards. I've seen on many shows, and every time I see them, I think to myself, were they on this show before?
Oh.
And then I think, yes, through the magic of tape, they were and are, and please enjoy Maroon 5. Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Adam and James here tonight from Maroon 5. Songs about Jane. Name of the CD. We'll hear something else off of the CD in this 11 o'clock hour. And until then, we'll get back to the phones. We'll speak to Ramon, who's 22. Ramon?
Hello. Ramon
What's up?
is here.
What's happening?
Oh, man, I got issues, my man.
Great. What's up?
All right. Well, let me just lay down the big question first. The question is, I'd like to know if a girl can have multiple orgasms and the sex not be good. And what this question has a story behind it.
What do you mean by multiple orgasm?
More than
She got
one.
off more than one time in the sequence of intercourse.
Okay, but it was
What do you
one.
mean, what's
But
he
it wasn't
mean?
the pow, 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 pow one. It was.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Some women have these.
Were they spread out, or was it
Spread
rapid
out.
fire?
spread out? Okay.
Spread out.
Got it.
Oh.
And here's the story. This
okay.
is my girlfriend.
Well, hold on. Let's answer. Let's see if we can address that question first off.
Okay.
All right. Now, first off, I think if you get the pow 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 one, you could get a nutty broad who doesn't really enjoy it. Is just effed up enough to sort of have every time you get in a bedroom, it's like a car accident.
Right. Yeah,
Just
there's some
crazy
that just go off
screaming
like,
and
well, they go off like rubbing candles, no matter what.
Yeah, but their dad could be touching them, and the same thing would happen.
Right.
Right. They can get off with a magazine if they wanted to.
Right. But the
Sit-ups.
but that's that nutty thing.
Yeah.
And then, but if you space them out, it means you're not quite as nutty, right?
It means you can have orgasms relatively easily.
Yeah. So
Relatively.
that woman, I would believe more to be enjoying the experience.
Yes, I would
We
agree.
would all agree on that.
Yes, I would agree with that.
All right. So far we think she's enjoying it, but keep going.
Right, that's what I was pretty sure of, personally. All right, so the problem with this story is that this is my girlfriend, and we started having sex, and I get her to orgasm. But unfortunately for me, before we got serious, she had told me about this incident she had with this one military guy about 6 months ago. She told me how he was ugly, and how it meant nothing, and how it hurt her feelings afterwards because the guy just wanted to bang, and he was kind of a jerk. But now that we're together and serious, I'm thinking back, well, wait a minute, maybe this guy wasn't so bad in the sack. And now I'm kind of having
You
issues.
start mining for evidence.
Well, yeah. Well, what does that mean? So
You start
what?
looking for information.
Yeah, I was,
Oh.
but at the time I didn't know that I was going to get involved that seriously, so I was just kind of joking with her, like, so come on, well, was he a stud, or did you guys try this, did you guys try that? And then later on, we got serious, and then it all comes back in my face, and I'm like, well, actually, if I get you off, and you say that this guy was a jerk, and he was no good, but did you get at least finish? And then from there, she's like, well, yeah. It was all over the place.
Yeah. What about the part where he's hung like a black rhino?
Yeah. Well, she's, girls aim to please. I mean, she says that that's not the case.
Oh, really?
So,
Well, then,
at least maybe I'm
listen.
okay there.
If you're going to believe her on the, if she's going to tell the truth on the hurtful things, then believe her when she says he's got a small pecker. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
at least for my own pride, right?
No. Here's what I'm saying. Women usually, once they're telling the truth, they're just telling it. Here's the reality. Women aren't really smart enough to lie effectively. They're just not. Once in a while, you get one of these crazy real estate women who wears too much eyeshadow and can lie her ass off constantly. But they're in their 50s. Like 21-year-old chicks really have difficulty lying. They're not good at it. And if they're gonna tell you the truth about Sergeant Slaughter, they would tell you the truth about what was between his legs.
Yeah.
That's it. So
yeah, this whole thing, I still think
Ramon is turning everything. It's like, well, if it's an ugly truth, he believes it. If it's something that would be flattering, he doesn't believe it.
But whatever, though,
trouble.
it doesn't help him with his dilemma.
I don't even know what his dilemma is.
His dilemma is, this is like primitive man. We're talking to primitive man, or at least the primitive side of Ramon. And that is, another man has touched my territory and caused it to experience things that I'm not able to get her to experience.
You're a wise man, Drew. I know that.
Therefore, I'm beside myself with frustration, and I'm not up to that. My phallus is not magical. My phallus is not up to the job.
This is not about your pecker. Let's focus on the caller, okay? And we'll talk about your schwanz off the air, Drew.
Well, let me add this.
Let
me add this.
Professional. It's become a forum for your penis talk, Drew.
No,
that's enough.
That's what Ramon's up against.
I know, but Ramon said he's given her.
Yeah, but he can't do
multiple orgasms.
No, he's giving her one. He's
giving her one.
Bring her to orgasm, but this guy brought her to have an extraordinary experience.
That changes everything.
Well, hold on a second, Drew. Stop reading the screen. Is that because he didn't say that?
Is that true?
What's that?
Is that true? That you can only give her one orgasm?
Supposedly, I give her multiple orgasms.
Oh, okay. No,
All
so that's
right,
different.
Drew. Just stop being wrong, would you?
Well, so what's the problem with this other guy?
I don't. I'm hang up 10 times on Ramon for wasting our time. One hang up. You know, in the mafia movies when they keep pumping the bullets into the guy?
Yeah.
He's clearly dead, but they just finished a clip. That's what I did with my hang up on.
Well, no,
Ramon.
maybe Ramon's orgasms that he was giving her weren't as good as Sergeant Slaughter's.
That's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but if he's going to worry about that, he's going to drive himself crazy, and he's going to end up breaking up with her anyway.
It's primitive man.
How can he quantify what's as good? He's giving her multiple orgasms.
She's also with him now.
I don't think he is.
And whatever.
He was sort of alluding to it being maybe one.
He said he's giving.
He just wanted to get on the air and tell everybody that he gives his girlfriend multiple orgasms.
Drew, right now everyone thinks you're wrong. You want them to know you're wrong?
I don't care.
Ramon. I don't see. Everyone that calls the show, they're like a loose tooth that hurts that I can't stop flicking with my tongue. I can't stop it. I can't help it. I know it's wrong, Ramon.
Yeah.
I don't understand. You're giving her orgasms, yes or no?
Yeah.
And you're giving her multiple orgasms?
Well, I used to give her multiple orgasms, but now she insists on waiting and just having one big one.
Okay, so you give her one big orgasm. You're way ahead of the game. And the big problem is that another guy was with her before you?
And I gave her, and she said the sex wasn't that good, but she got off multiple times. And so I'm conflicted on how she can say that and it still not be that good.
All right, but listen, here's the thing, everybody. First off, don't do the orgasm math with the ladies. The ladies are so screwed up, they have sex dreams where the people don't have faces. That's right. We know exactly who. We have dreams so we can get to people we can't get to normally. You guys have dreams, you're looking at a blank Etch-a-Sketch for a head.
It might not be a person. It might be something.
Yeah, it's like, oh, who was on? Who was it, Brad Pitt in his gladiator outfit? No, he had no face. What? It was erotic. No face? Yeah, I don't know who it was, but it was very...
What did he look like? I don't know.
I don't know. He was an amalgamation of all men. Shut up. I'm banging chicks I know at the office and stuff. Like, that's why we do it. Imagine no head. Besides, how are you going to get oral if they got no face? Can you oral?
No, it's like the Pink Floyd, like the Wall, those people.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
Yeah.
They still have, mouths.
Okay, all right. Now they got
it's
a
not
mouth.
a face. Yeah.
They're not even clear that they're people. Some of them. It's just sort of,
it was like
a presence. It was a presence.
The presence went down on her in her sleep. Oh, please.
Yeah, okay.
Don't sort
Ramon
this out. Ramon's 22. He's got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Got a lot of energy.
So his thing was, how could she possibly be having a bad sexual experience with multiple orgasms?
Okay.
Like,
not all orgasms are the same, though, right?
I know, that's what he's saying. The orgasm math with women is very, very...
Don't break it down.
It's not logical.
Okay.
No, you know what it's like? It's like when when I gamble on football, and I'm like, well, the Ravens, they killed the Browns last time they played, and this team beat the Ravens, so they're going to destroy the Browns, and the Browns win. Yeah.
Wait, can I say one thing? I think I can clear this up really easily. I've had sex with my girlfriend, and we've had multiple orgasms, and then we've had sex, and she's had one big orgasm, and that was better sex than the sex.
Oh,
we had when
really?
She had multiple orgasms. Yeah, it happens. I think that you can't really gauge the different varieties of sex and how good it is. So I think you're fine, man. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, he's just obsessing over guys that got there before he did, and that's what you do when you're 22.
Yeah, it's primitive man.
Jamie,
Yes.
you're 23.
Yes. I have a problem with my mom.
Yeah.
She, I've had problems ever since I was really small, like since my parents got divorced, and like I recently discovered that she, this whole time, is addicted to painkillers.
What do you mean What do you mean by this whole time?
Well, like basically since I was like 14, I've known that she was weird. I just didn't ever know like why, because she would act very strange and she would get really antagonistic and mean. And so, I mean, I've been going through this my whole life thinking that like maybe she was like schizophrenic. I mean, I never knew until I talked to my aunt like a week ago.
Okay, so she's.
And so here she's addicted to painkillers. She's been institutionalized twice to try to get off of them. And so my whole family is pretty much like, okay, we're done. Like, we're going to do the tough love thing.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of all alone trying to figure out, like, what to do.
Why are you all alone? Your family's unified, and you've got to be part of that front. You've got to be part of that leverage that gets her better, or else she's going to die of this disease eventually.
So what should I do? I mean, should I...
You stay with the rest of your family. You follow... Everyone stays together. You must have a completely unified front.
You got to live together?
No. Just so you don't. Whatever position one person takes, everyone must take the same position, and whatever that position is, you should be checking with. You should be going to Al-Anon and checking with a sponsor.
So I have to do the tough love thing too.
Would you listen to Drew, Screwball?
Sorry,
your mother's going to.
Jesus Christ! Well, put the phone up tighter.
Your mother's will eventually have serious problems from this condition. The only thing that can leverage somebody into treatment is loss and the encouragement of people that she cares about. And if you continue to cave into her, whatever her demands are, whatever her manipulations are, you're participating in the problem.
Okay.
And you're adding to you're moving her towards eventual fatality here, really.
And she's not in any program right now?
No, absolutely not. She's like pretty much antisocial.
Yeah,
Jenny,
you must go to Al-Anon. You must get a sponsor. You must work the steps. Without that, you are not going to be able to withstand this. You've been the pawn of her disease since you were a young child. That's really who you are now. Is this sort of the object of manipulation that is the product of her disease? And the only way you can step out of this is if you have support of other people.
Where does she get her drugs, by the way? Like, hey, 50-year-old woman. How do you score?
3 different doctors.
Really?
Yeah,
she has 3 different doctors. It's very bad.
Easy. I work with a doctor. I can barely get any Ambien. Which reminds me, Drew, I got to score. Come on, buddy. You got any samples in the car?
No.
Dr. Drew, do you think that I should just move out and get her help that way?
You go to listen.
You're living with her?
Oh, yeah, I'm moving out. I'm transferring soon school, so, I mean, I'm moving out soon. I just didn't want to leave her all alone to, like, rot,
Yeah. Well, that's her decision.
The problem is you staying there is guarantees maintaining her disease.
Well, let's put it this way. She's got 10 years of this under her belt.
Yeah, and she's managed to maintain it because you've been there, the family's been there to support her and catch her when she falls. You've got to go to Al-Anon. You've got to get a sponsor. That is the only solution here.
Right.
Al-Anon.
You can get a therapist if you want, but you can go immediately to Al-Anon.
My family was the same way, by the way. It's just tough love, Except for
no love.
No one was on drugs. It was, there was this way toward college and that kind of stuff.
I thought it was no love in your family.
Yeah, it was a little love. Just you can't enable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Start paying for college. You got a troublemaker.
Yeah.
Kid sits around, becomes like a cat just waiting by the back porch, wanting some free milk. You know what I'm saying? Drew, do not enable your kids by paying for their college. They got to learn to pick themselves up by their own thong back. I like that modified because I don't think people wear boots anymore with straps.
You're right.
They don't.
There's no boot straps.
But everyone wears a thong.
That was like Civil War, but people still wear underpants and thongs. You know what I mean? Or say by your own Nikes or something. I think a lot of these things, I think like a new broom sweeps clean and picked up by your own bootstraps and, stitch in time and a bird in the hand. And they need revisions. You got to work on that, Drew, because you don't hear kids dropping these things anymore.
No.
And a lot of them just they're antiquated.
Old-timey.
Yeah, they're old-timey. They remind the kids of old people, and that scares them. So they don't have any. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They say stuff like "duh" and "no ass." And whatever happened to No S Sherlock? That was a good one. Did you guys have that one? You know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
I had no idea what you were
I
talking
never heard
about.
that ever.
Well,
Wow.
you gotta take the word S.
No
and,
ass Sherlock?
Well,
Like your Sherlock Holmes.
yeah, you got to take the word
Yeah,
S.
but
Smart, no S, smart guy.
well, no,
Okay,
hold on,
yeah.
Drew. First, you got to just make sure the S.
Yes.
You understand? You got to say the
No,
The sh
the
sound.
entire word.
The
in your-
alliteration there, the sh.
I know some old timey ones, and I've never heard that before.
Well, that one's medium time. That's not old time.
Yeah, it's like 10 years old, maybe.
You don't know Chris? You know no S? Hold on. Drew, what's
I
going
can't
on?
believe that's weird.
I've
Lauren?
never heard it ever.
Never.
Anybody in the other room?
Really?
No Sherlock.
Oh yeah, of course I have. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. See, the S was screwing
I was
you
not
up.
paying it. Yeah, I was like,
That's
"What are you
the
talking
screwing
about?"
up.
Yeah,
Oh.
sorry. Yeah,
I-
of course I've heard it. I
Okay,
know the
Drew.
radio thing.
See,
I'm sorry. I'm not
no,
used to
no,
it. Of
it's
course
cool.
I've
No
heard
S.
that.
All right. Thank you. Now, what about you?
Chris, no.
I don't know what that was. That
Chris,
was
when is the tunnel going to
Wait,
be completed
Yeah.
so you can get to your house without actually going outdoors?
I was checked out for a minute, so I apologize.
I knew you guys knew the S.
Yeah.
It's
The
just
S.
I also knew that us assuming you knew the S didn't sound right.
I'm not
It
used
didn't
to-
sound
you
right.
gotta
It
say the
sounded
whole
like its
thing.
old.
I'm not
its
used to
own
the
thing.
censoring. Yeah, it really did have its own little ring to it.
Well, I'll tell you what makes it easier. Replace. Let's take the S and just take the word sheet, like a lawn, like a sheet. On
That's
your bed.
better.
Yeah.
I would have
Huh?
got that.
Well, I can say that, Anderson, right? No, like a laundry sheet, like a fitted sheet. So you
That's
say
totally
No
acceptable.
fitted sheet, Sherlock.
yeah, just say
Yeah.
no sheet, Sherlock, and then you know what we're talking about,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
There we go.
Chris, still no? Oh, now? No, he's got nothing. 27 lives at home.
He's thinking about the tunnel.
$10 an hour, everybody.
that was actually popular when we were little kids.
Yeah.
How did you, little
Good.
kids, little
Yeah,
kids.
good.
Nice. How did you know about the tunnel?
The
Chris,
tunnel?
You tell him?
Yeah, I know he doesn't want to see outside. He doesn't want to experience any outside
I know,
world, so he's
yeah.
digging a tunnel to his mom's house. Now, does your mom have a basement you can tunnel into, or do you got to go up through the subfloor?
No basement.
All right, 27, living at home, everybody.
Thank you.
When are you moving out?
When you give me money,
All right, I'll give you $5 if you move out. No.
His mom needs it, remember?
maybe
Oh, that's right.
5,000.
Right. She needs him
Yeah.
to fill the hand. You're 22.
Yes.
What's up?
I'm kind of sharing my boyfriend with another guy. I don't know if this is
You're doing what?
or what. Just sharing my boyfriend with another guy.
Sharing.
Sharing, I guess you could say that. And well, let me first explain. In the beginning of a relationship, I've been dating this guy for about a year and a half.
All right, hold on a second. Her phone line is horrible,
Yeah.
and she's pretty bad. It's hard to tell who's worse.
The phone or her.
Yeah. All right, so April, here's what we're going to need you to do. Do you have a better phone you could get on? Do you have a landline you could get on? Everyone, and by the way, here's the deal with this show. Your best phone should be used when you call this show.
It can't be a portable
Pretend
phone.
you're going to a funeral or a wedding. You know, you're one of those guys that has one long sleeve shirt. This is the time to put it on.
Yeah.
I like the guy, by the way, at the funeral or the wedding who's wearing the V-neck, velour shirt, short sleeve, but it's the best he's got. And you think to yourself, not one long one in the closet, huh? Nothing? Not just, you know, it's a good white trash move, the nice sweater. Got a nice brand V-neck sweater will be that's like the funeral and wedding attire. Yeah. That's
Kind
good.
of sweater.
That used to be me. All right, I'm going to try April one more time. April?
Yes.
Oh,
A little better.
a little better.
Okay, so you've got a bisexual boyfriend.
Yes. In the beginning of the relationship, he told me that he was bisexual. I accepted it. I was actually fine with it. I have no problem with it. And
Yeah, you
I
should.
kind of opened him up to be more of himself.
What the hell does that mean?
Huh?
What the hell does that mean?
Well,
I'm thinking cheek spreader when I hear opened up the bisexual guy. Like,
no. I let him, I guess, go into the side of that he wanted to go into
Some
the
sort of weird fetish or something?
going for guys and going on to that side. And well, he
So
met
he's
someone.
saying bye-bye to heterosexuality,
yeah,
basically.
he's
Yeah.
gay or he's a disaster.
Yeah.
He's just no, not exactly.
Sure, he's a wreck. All right. Yes?
Yes.
Maroon 5 here tonight. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hello, this is your radio. LoveLine will be right back.
It's the best of LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. That was Maroon 5. And now we keep on keeping on with a girl who's funny, beautiful, and on occasion gets naked.
And wrote a best-selling book. Oh.
Drew's angry.
Oh.
Drew doesn't like it when anyone younger or better looking or dumber than him writes a book.
No, and it gets on the bestseller list.
Well, they all get on the bestseller list.
No,
for
no.
you, Drew.
Oh, no. This was way up there.
Really?
Yeah.
A vindictive, spiteful Drew.
I'm happy for her. Unhappy for myself.
Sure. All right. But you know what that turns into. Here, yes. Here is Dr. Drew acting nice to Jenny McCarthy. Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Jenny McCarthy is in studio tonight. Belly Laughs, name of the new book. It's been out for a couple of months. At least I've seen Jenny making the rounds. And Jenny surprised by how many copies her book sold. I think Drew feels the same in a negative way about his book. Surprised, though. Fair.
Fair.
Yeah, fair.
Well, I'm going to go on Amazon tonight and get yours.
Go get that book.
I am.
It's called, what's it called, Drew? It's called Cracked. And everyone tells me it's great. They absolutely do.
Yeah. My buddy's my buddy's a big supporter of mine. He's read the book. Oh no, wait a minute.
I'm not a reader.
It's been out. It's only been out. Wait, it's been out a year. Wait a minute.
It's been out a whole year.
Yeah.
Has it been a year?
Yeah.
Because you know my thing. If it hasn't been out 5, all the great works, Drew, hundreds of years old. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a good point.
Those books by.
That's why you started with the
those
Bible.
old like Socrates and those guys, all dead.
Yeah.
Then you got your Shakespeare's. Maybe alive, maybe dead. He's certainly old if he's still alive. The point is all the great work, at least a couple hundred years old. So I'm going to have to just wait. It's about 175 years.
Your children read my book. I
That's
guess.
right.
Yeah.
They're children.
They're
all right.
children.
What were we talking about? Yeah, the book. Oh, so now who's buying this book? Is it pregnant? I mean, here's what I'm saying. Okay, here's what I'm saying. There's this sort of myth where, you just go out, you go on the Jimmy Kimmel show, you come on LoveLine, you do the press junket, and you sell product.
No,
it never works.
No.
If your movie sucks and no one wants to see it, then it sucks and no one wants to see it, and you see these poor actors and actresses everywhere, and nobody sees their movie. And if people decide they want to see the movie, they go out and see it, whether you see the person plugging it on The View or not.
Right.
So people have decided they want to read this book, obviously, because it's doing so well, and you've been out pushing it. But if they didn't want to read it, they wouldn't care if you were writing, and especially you, because it's like, oh, that's that chick from the thing. What's she know about? So who's buying it? Do you know? Is it pregnant women?
Pregnant women.
It's got to be more than that, though.
It's got to be.
It's also people.
Got to be young people thinking about having kids.
Also, husbands are getting it. Also, women that want to buy a good shower gift.
I think people are getting it for people.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
Sure.
Gifts.
Right.
Huge amounts of gifts. I kind of, when it first came out, I went on Amazon to see, someone said there's reviews. And I thought, oh my God, usually I'm reading horrid things. So I was really praying not to read any. And I was reading them, and I was so relieved because they were women that have had 3 babies and were looking for something new. And there were so many like that I felt like, so it's not only like women that just want to educate themselves, but looking for something different.
Your writing style is very, very pleasant. Compelling is not the right word. It's like it's welcoming. You know what I mean? It's easy.
Yeah,
it's nice to read.
I've always been pretty much approachable,
and
but
it comes through with the writing.
And I wanted that. I want to be like I'm talking to you on the phone.
Here's a
read some out loud.
This is Jenny with the chapter about the apple in the butt. What's it called?
Is that an apple on your rectum? Or are you just happy to see me? Hemorrhoids.
So she's,
hemorrhoids.
So she's in the waiting room. Couldn't stop thinking, is he going to look
in the waiting room?
Waiting room with the doctor.
Waiting room. Okay.
I sat waiting. I couldn't stop thinking, is he going to look up my butt? The assistant walked out shouting, Jenny McCarthy, you're next. Of course, everyone in the waiting room looked up in surprise and knew that they were thinking, you knew they were thinking, Jenny did, wow, Jenny McCarthy has butthole problems too.
But then I was, thank you.
Drew's going to kill himself. Maybe before the show's over. She's writing about her ass, moving product.
All I knew is
Drew
I had to
put
write
his guts out. Drew wrote his book in his own blood, and so far, only his wife has read it.
And she didn't finish it.
She didn't finish it. She started it. She had a longer bowel movement. She would have gotten further along. All right. Yeah. What about the hemorrhoids?
Oh,
I hear about that.
Did you have to get them banded or anything?
No, they were obviously worse after delivery, but that's of course not talked about yet. I never had them before in my life. And I can't even believe that they exist.
That's something that disgusting that
Why would God?
They're like balloon knots in a way, but just more swollen.
They do look vegetable-ish.
How do you get them to? I've never had one myself. I had something I thought was it once. Was convinced to put preparation H on it for a week.
Then you continuously get them.
Oh, really?
Yes. Once you got them, you got them.
Right. Oh, bad times.
Bad times, especially when you're really constipated and you're trying to get something out.
Your weight's up.
How do you get those out of there, by the way, those hemorrhoids?
Get rid of them?
Yeah.
They can band them. They sort of tie them off, or they can actually cut them out.
When they tie them off, what do they do? Cut off the circulation?
Veins, basically, they are. The big veins, you tie the vein off.
And what's it do? Does it kill it?
Basically.
Does it die?
Shrinks it, yeah.
Shrinks it.
Yeah.
Oh, because it doesn't have a supply?
Right.
But what about going through another pregnancy? Would they come out again?
Oh, yeah. But let me tell you something. I don't want to scare you, but I've noticed my patients go for various procedures. The one that seems to trouble them the most is the hemorrhoid procedure. I mean, it is apparently terribly uncomfortable. You didn't realize every time you blink, you move your butt. And
oh, God, you're right. Because I'm moving my butt right now as I'm blinking.
I did that, too. It's actually, every time I move my butt, I blink. I got hooked up the other direction. It's crazy. There it goes. You guys go that direction? Because I start and move up. You guys, interesting. Garrett?
Yeah.
You're 18?
I am.
What's happening?
I was just actually had a question for Jenny.
Ooh.
First of all, how's it going, Jenny?
It's good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to talk to you. I've always been a big fan of yours.
Oh, thank you.
What my question was, I was just kind of wondering, I don't know if you've ever thought about it. I would assume that at some point throughout your career you would have. Have you ever thought, and has it ever grossed you out, that guys maybe look at your Playboy, past Playboys, and think of it intimately and everything?
Think of it intimately.
Speaking of Shakespeare, there he is.
Yeah.
Wow.
People have actually asked me this question before.
I bet. Yeah.
And I kind of block it out, so to speak. I think if that's all I thought about, I don't think I would do bikini shots.
You must process in some other way. Because we block that out about men normally.
Yeah, I mean, women don't. Women, they get grossed out when they think about guys at work doing,
Do you know what honestly girls think about? Oh, I hope I look skinny.
Yeah.
Not, I hope this guy's getting aroused. It's like, God, I hope you can see, my rib cage.
But the I look skinny is for other girls.
Right. But that's your biggest concern when you're kind of showing it off.
How other girls.
Yes. How the guy's girlfriend's going to review you.
Women are so different.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what I was thinking about.
Well, I think women realize that women are the competition, and this is who they have to compete with.
Yeah, but the product is not being produced for that effect.
I know. Very. I know, and this is why. And I finally stopped complaining. I mean, guys, we as guys say to women all the time, look, we don't need the huge, humongous boobs. Although
you do.
I do like, I wouldn't say needs a strong word, but
must have.
Must have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, thank you. Yeah. Imperative, I think.
It's a little nicer spin to it.
Yeah, we'll die with that.
Dispositive.
That's right. The point is there's a whole bunch of stuff that women, that the guys don't want, that women are trying to do, and if such as be extremely skinny. Most guys I know do not want an extremely skinny girl. They're not doing it for the guys. They're doing it for the girls, and it's a little. And that doesn't compute with us because there's nothing we do that's for the guys. We do it for the girls.
Period.
Right. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, it's so different.
Yeah.
And if I was a guy, I'd probably want a girl with some meat on her bones.
Yeah.
Most
you want. Listen, what really we're attracted to as males is things that sort of are associated with fertility, and that's a little bit of
little meat
size.
Yeah. The the thing, like most guys, I'll tell you, like, one thing. Here's one thing women never talk about that guys don't really like. Guys don't like a flat ass.
No.
Guys would rather have a sort of bulbous ass than a flat ass. Women are constantly trying to shrink their ass. Rightfully so in many cases, but guys not so concerned with the flat ass or the no ass. Guys like a little meat on the ass, and not as obsessed with the big boobs
as they think, as the women think.
Yeah,
they would.
women actually could take the boob and the ass and sort of flip it over, like I do with my blinking. You know what I mean? My rectum controls my eyelids.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
I've heard you speak of that.
we don't need the D. Guys don't need the D cup. They need the BC.
Oh, really? Guys look for symmetry.
Yeah, guys don't need the bony flat ass. They need it. Just flip it over. Whatever your perception of ass to boob ratio is for most for most women, get the chick to walk on her hands. That's the reality of what that ratio is. And yes, this is the flat ass, the bony, it's skinny, it looks better.
Where this really goes bad with young people now is that they in our age we were indoctrinated with the idea of men and women same, exactly the same. How they experience themselves in relationships, how they experience themselves sexually, same. And now we've got this whole hookup thing going on where guys are interested in hooking up because that's all they want to do. That's all they're interested in. And women sort of trying to keep up with that, trying to understand that. When I go to colleges and I ask women what alternative sort of social structure would work for them, they always say the same thing, which is why I just wish somebody would just sit down and talk to me, which guys cannot. I mean, like, what the hell are you talking? What do you mean? Yeah. And they've shown now in functional MRI scans of men and women that men's brain light up in a certain pattern when they're looking at pornography. The women's brain lights up in a similar pattern during emotionally significant conversation.
You're kidding?
No.
God, why does that have to be that way?
It is, but why does it have to be that we can't discuss it realistically? That's why do you have to say, well, society's done this? Like, no, we're wired that way. It's how we're wired. It's fine to express your sexuality, but to deny how it really sort of works is to create unhappiness.
Can I ask a question? Maybe a little different than what we're talking about, but what age are kids now having sex at?
Depends on
9. If you listen to the show,
around 16.
Between 8 and 9.
Is it?
Yeah. That's right. It's
16.
We're basically doing worse than any other industrialized country. And at-risk kids, 14. Oral sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on the population you're looking at.
Okay.
Your kid.
I'm worried about my son already.
Shave 5 years off of Drew's 16 estimate because he's got good-looking parents. He's
because I was a little more risque at a younger age.
Oh,
I was a little bit more risque.
Well, here's the thing. 16 is. Technically losing your virginity maybe around 16, right? But we're talking to people that think a BJ at 13 is perfectly fine.
A lot of that.
All night, every
really?
night. Yeah. That's why I got to build a time machine and actually
come back.
Well, here's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to build a time machine. I'm going to go back into the future to 14. Then I'm going to move it ahead 10 years from where we are now.
Yes, it'll be 14
I'm going to transport, not now.
Oh, ahead.
2014.
Oh, because you figure it'll be even better then.
It'll be even better.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll probably get hit with, like, he's got new AIDS. What? There'll be some new weird, wacky disease.
Yeah, that'll have this huge conservative trend back towards staying in the dugout.
They'll be wearing scarlet letters with a big B. It'll be like Druids. I'll be wearing a chain, and I'll have that bad bang haircut with the greasy bangs. Like, I'll be wearing my Skechers shoes. Hey, ladies! And everyone will be dressed like Druids. And I'll get put like right in the middle of like some sacrificial altar thing. What, Mr. Wizard? No. Yeah, you're right. That could happen. So I'm going to come back.
In fact, that virtually guarantees it. If you actually pull this off.
I'll come back at 14 to now and get myself the Hummers I never got. You know what I mean?
13, I guess. You can come back at 13.
I was thinking about that, but that was a bad year for me.
Oh, really?
14 smoother.
Yeah, so he's still
I think
Yeah.
girls are more risque at a younger age than 16 even.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was like 12 messing around.
Yeah. That's you're on my list, by the way, when I come back. I'm going to work that time machine out.
Yeah, but then I think about my kids.
12, let's see. You're 12 and like, I got to set the thing. You're 12 and like 87 or something.
I graduated in 86.
He's setting the DeLorean in 1982.
I was I was 85.
85. All right, I'm going to set it for, I'll set it for January 86. I'll play it safe, and I'll catch you about 13.
You know what's scary is there's
just
probably
oral, though.
Some kids... listening, going, God, I was born in 1985.
Oh, holy
not some
Christ.
kids. Not some kids.
Most.
Those are college-age kids.
You're kidding.
Think about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Watch this. We got to take a break. But Dora,
Hello.
what year were you born?
91.
All right. Hold on a second.
Feel better about that.
91? Why does that make you feel better?
Jenny McCarthy's got to kill herself. Drew's got to kill himself.
91.
91.
Born in 91, not graduating high school.
That's what I was thinking, graduating high school in 91.
You were tired of sex in 91. You were burnt out.
I was the first year of college in 91.
Yeah. Burnt out on sex. And she wasn't even born yet.
I was done with medical school. What are you talking about?
All right. Let's take a break. Let's all kill ourselves during the break. And then I'll go. You guys kill yourselves. I'll go to the time machine. Chris, you're going to have to do the show. All right.
Finally. Finally. He's been waiting.
Well, Jenny McCarthy here tonight. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
If you need help, hang up and then dial.
LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
Hey, Adam. You know how guys have trouble with confidence and going out and dating and meeting girls? Mm-hmm. We have a solution. Axe Deodorant Body Spray.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get it on. Woo! Get it on. Freak out. Get it on. Freak out and get it on, everybody. Hell yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, everybody. LoveLine, man. Is that you? Let's go to the phones.
Do.
Oh, Jeremy on line 2 has been on hold
minutes.
for 98 minutes. Let's talk to him. Jeremy?
Yes.
You know what I'm glad a-hole guys don't do anymore? What up?
Oh.
What up?
Remember that one? Remember that what up?
There's still a lot of how you doing in New York.
Yeah, but that what up thing got dropped about 5 years ago.
Thankfully, you're right.
What's up, dude?
Can I say long time, first time?
Yeah.
Nice.
What up, dude?
I love you, Adam.
Thanks, bro.
I've been dating a girl that actually works for me, but we knew each other for 5 months before we started dating.
What kind of work?
I own a pizza shop, and she's one of my bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What calling from Michigan. Known throughout the world for their pizza. By the way. That's the pizza state, Michigan. Look, here's the thing. Let me explain to you a couple things, Jeremy. I'm not interested in your relationship problems. I do not want you to sell thick crust pizza. That's not right. Don't sell it. Thin crust.
It's not pizza. It's bread.
Not pizza. Yeah, it's sourdough bread with ketchup
Sauce
on it.
yeah.
I want thin crust. Do you understand me?
Does it have to be crispy or?
No. Regular crust.
No, and big. So you taco it. You fold it in half. Slide it into your mouth. Don't get burnt by the cheese. All right. Would you do me that favor, please?
I will.
So, Jeremy, you own the shop. Is this girl a girl? Is she underage?
Yeah, she's 17.
All right. So, are you looking to go to jail, or what? What are you doing here?
Her dad's great with it.
Her dad's great with it.
Things better not go south. He won't be so great with
it.
He's
getting us.
Exactly.
He's getting the free.
It's we may own the shop. It's potentially sexual harassment.
He's deep in pazzones
and potential rape. And
I don't know what the statutory laws are in Michigan. Drew's going to look it up.
I think it's 16 or.
All right. Look, here's the thing, Jeremy. You're 26. Who died and left you that pizza shack?
My uncle helped me out.
Okay, shocking. How did I know that?
Small business loan.
Right. You should not be dating an employee, A, number one, but a 17-year-old, B, number two. You're 26. You're a nice 24-year-old.
There was a lot of spark, though.
Oh, there's a lot of spark where?
It is 16.
All right, you're cool. There's not a lot of spark where?
There was a lot of spark between us.
All right. Well, okay. You're having sex, right?
Oh.
Here and there, yeah.
Here and there?
And it's sexual harassment.
Here and there means in the kitchen and in the bathroom.
No.
All right. Look, are you serious about her?
Yeah, yeah, she's the best person I've ever found in my life.
All right. Hang up on him, Anderson. Well, then fine. She's legal, and I couldn't figure out what Jeremy was up to. I don't know if it was bogus or he's just an a-hole. Or
I think it's just an a-hole.
Well, not intentional a-hole, just one of those dude guys.
Right.
So
that's how you knew he shouldn't own the pizza shop on his own merit.
Yeah. Ooh, nothing worse than a guy with an entrepreneurial spirit. So here's the thing. It's legal. Her dad's cool with it. Fine. Spiritually, not the world's greatest move. On the other hand, hey, if you're in love and you're treating her right, so be it.
Then she needs to not be your employee anymore, because with that power imbalance, you're going to get your ass in a sling.
Yeah. She needs to go over to like Papa John's or maybe Little Caesars.
Right.
And by the way, let me just say this about pizza places and anybody who sells a product. You don't make me want your product more when you offer like 8 more of your product. You know what I mean? Like Little Caesar do that. Good. Get any medium with 3 toppings for $2 and get 5 more mediums with 8 toppings. It's like, did they do that with Mercedes? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I bought a Wonder Mop off the TV years ago.
Nice.
And it's like, hey, act now, we'll throw in another one. And then I'm paying twice as much. It seems like
I'd rather pay half as much.
You shouldn't be able to do that. Yeah. First off, what do I need? A mop for the car?
Right.
I like to keep mop in the glove box.
They know you have all those houses.
Homes, Drew.
Homes.
Yes, I own multiple homes.
Estates.
I just think I'd like to pay $12 for the one pizza, and when you throw in the second one, it makes me question the integrity of the first one.
I'm with you.
Yes?
Yes.
And here's how pizza should be, kiddies. Let me just explain this first off. It needs to be thin crust.
Of course.
Not that horrible doughy crust. You know who likes thick crust pizza?
Retarded people.
And kids.
Mm.
Kids love that doughy. They just it's all starchy and carby and doughy. Yeah. Thin crust pizza is pizza, everybody.
Yeah.
Now, don't argue with me on going to Chicago and getting some beautiful deep dish pizza. You're the same a-holes who argue with the cake and the pie, where I go, look, if you're going to order something, order a pie. It's a much safer bet. Much better than cake. Oh, well, if you go down to Fairfax and you go to, there's a Benish bakery call over there, and for $172 in your right toe, they have a German chocolate. Okay, that cake's good. You're not getting that cake. So shut up.
Getting the sheet cake.
Yeah, no sheet. If you're going to go and talk about Chicago deep dish pizza, fine. That's great pizza. I've had it. It's a good time. That's not what's showing up.
Right.
What's showing up is the in between the deep dish and the thin, the sort of medium to thick. It's about 5/8 of an inch thick, maybe 3/4, and it sucks. Mm-hmm. Get the thin crust. All right, let's talk toppings now, Drew. What do you like on there?
Mushrooms.
Mushroom.
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Let me say this about pepperoni. And I'm turning the corner a little bit. And I want people to know I'm fair-minded.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one of these guys who clings like a pit bull to one of my points. I claimed a few years back that people order too much pepperoni.
Mm-hmm.
My theory...
They're better toppings.
Yes. Here's my theory. I've a lot of argument from the Kimmel staff, by the way. These are guys who enjoy arguing, by the way.
Evidently.
These are like 35-year-old guys who just love to argue about everything
Red Sox
constantly.
fans?
Mostly.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing. I say that people throw a party. It's like, I'm having a bunch of guys over. We're going to play some cards.
Cheese and pepperoni.
I'm going 5 cheese and 5 pepperoni.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, why don't you get a mushroom?
Yeah.
Get a pepperoni.
Yeah.
Get 2 pepperoni, but then get a mushroom, get a black olive, spread it around a little bit.
Mushroom and olive's good together.
Mushroom olive good together.
Boy.
I'm killing it. Show's over, Anderson, by the way.
We got 2 minutes of pizza here. Relax.
It's over. I got at least 10 minutes of pizza
I like
talk.
John on 5, though. He's good.
Screw John. Here's the other thing. Knowing it's a nice one? Sausage and onion.
Yeah, that's a little rough on the
ass. Huh? All I'm saying is this.
It's good.
All I'm saying is don't go 5 pepperoni, 5. Nothing against the pepperoni.
Actually okay.
I take a lot of Surus for enjoying that every once in a while. That's not a purist pizza, but a good pizza.
You get a hankering for that mushroom, and that's what you got to have.
All right, so you're with me. Pepperoni good, but you don't need 5.
Overdone.
Oh, way overdone. I believe that this country eats like each person eats 70 pounds of extra pepperoni that they didn't really want every year.
Yeah. Every year.
No, a year.
Wow.
Every year. You got your choice.
Yeah.
So you got your choice between the cheese and the pepperoni, and you're like, it'd be nice to add an olive.
Yeah.
Just eat the pepperoni.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
When it got on here. Here's the question.
We got our pizza now.
Here's a question.
I got to have pizza
Here's a question.
now.
Would you order a pepperoni if you're just having a pizza sent to your house? Just for you.
For me?
Just for you.
Not if I gave it a thought. You reflexively order it, but if I thought for a second, wait a minute.
What do you want?
Mushroom.
You're ordering a pizza.
Mushroom.
That's right. Good man. Good man.
Who cares?
Good man. Good boy.
But I'm so used to buying cheese and pepperoni.
We do it for your kids.
Yeah, that's what.
Don't get them going on that. And by the way, we're not kids.
Yeah, you're right.
We're adults with evolved tastes. We want pineapple
on our pizza
and Canadian bacon and cheese injected into the crust. That's what I like to say. We've now put cheese on top of the pizza, in the back crust. We're now actually going to inject it into you rectally. This is called the rectal bomb. You sit on this and you actually ingest cheese rectally while you shove cheese in your face. All right, let's...
It's a cheese bomb.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal.
Dateline.
You're looking to hook up, sick of wasting time with the wrong person?
Dateline.
One call's all you need to make.
Call the Dateline. 877-889-DATE.
Call the Dateline.
1-800-CALL-UP-LINE. Love 191. Call UP-LINE.
Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine. Not just LoveLine, but the best of LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. I was going to give the phone number out, but forget that. Sean Ferris is here from Life as We Know It. And guess who called in on the phone and sounded a little bit drunk?
Ava Longoria.
Yeah, certainly horny.
Certainly
horny. I think she had a thing for Sean.
Seemed like it.
Although I don't hear anything about it.
No.
I see her all over the, tabloids and they all over Entertainment Tonight and everything, but it's nothing about poor Sean.
Yeah?
Well, maybe
that was that night.
Got some that night.
Yeah.
Here's Eva Longoria and Sean Ferris. Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Sean Ferris is here tonight. Eva Longoria is on the phone, by the way. She's called back in, of course, from the runaway hit, Desperate Housewives. Friend of Sean Ferris. I don't know how they know each other, Drew, but we're going to find out. Eva?
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, darling. How you doing?
Hi.
Oh, man.
You've been out hanging out. You've been having a good time.
Yeah, I've been listening to you as I've been on hold 5 times.
How could you guys do that? I told you she was calling.
I was looking for her. Eva, how do you know Sean?
Sean and I met because of ABC, because we both have shows on ABC.
That's funny.
They're curious about the love triangle.
They saw each other.
I know, so they want to hear something crazy.
Yeah, Kimmel's on ABC. But you ain't hanging with him. Yeah.
We met at the Upfront in New York when they announced all the shows.
There we go.
Booze, and more booze.
I'm from Texas. So anybody from Texas, we immediately...
You just get along.
Yeah.
It's just an automatic thing.
Neither of you say y'all, though.
Huh?
Well, it's a couple of years separated from Texas.
I see.
Now, Eva, you live out in Los Angeles, right?
I do.
And now, are you currently filming Desperate Housewives or shooting Desperate Housewives?
Yep, right. Yep, as we speak.
And what do you guys? Are you doing season 3 now, or are you working on 2?
We're not even finished season 1. We're not even halfway done. We actually we just finished episode 14, and episode 10 has aired. So
how many are you doing this year?
Huh, babe?
How many are you doing this year? How many episodes?
We're doing 23.
Wow, that's a big order.
Lots of love.
That's awesome. An amazing success that show has had.
Thank you.
I give all the credit to Eva myself.
I do too. Because she's called in. But I mean, you couldn't have. I'm sure you figured you had a good cast and a good script and everything. But the kind of success that the show's had, I mean, I would think each year one show sort of you have to say this is the number one show of the year.
I can't imagine you'd go into any show thinking this is going to be the one.
No.
Yeah.
impossible.
You hope for, you as an actor, there's so many obstacles you have to overcome, like first getting a pilot and then the pilot getting picked up and then the pilot hopefully finding an audience on the right night, on the right time, and there's so many factors that go into it. So you just hope that you're going to have a job.
The attrition rate is incredible. Like your greatest fear, you want to get picked up for season 2. Forget about number 1. How about top 70?
Right. Exactly. And so
they're not going to have any problem with that, though.
No.
Sean, whenever we were premiering, Sean's like, dude, can you leave a little bit of budget for us? Like, with all the billboards and all the promotions that they did for it. It was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
They had promotions on the hangers that you get whenever you get your dry cleaning.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, I mean, for every 100 units of promotion the Desperate Housewives and Lost got, we got 2.
Yeah, well, I guess the Lost worked out okay, too.
Yeah,
so
good.
I love Shawnee's show. Shawnee's show is a really good show.
It's a cute little show. it's no Lost, it's no Desperate Housewives.
Hey, come on, man, give some love. I'm sitting right across from you.
It's a cute little show. It's cute. It's okay if you like that kind of show, but it's not it's not Desperate Housewives. I mean, you couldn't advertise it on a wire hanger or anything.
Our radio affiliates are getting behind it though.
Yeah. Hey, Eva, you should come do this show.
I'm doing the show right now.
There you go. She threw it right back
now.
at you.
Right now, but you should haul your very tight fanny in here and do the show in person one of these nights.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah,
I'm not going.
I know you're not going to. But listen, if you hurry up, some of Sean's stink will still be on the stool.
I got to talk to Sean tonight when he gets home tonight, and I'm going to ask him how his experience was, and if he says it was good.
Very clever woman, this Eva.
Smart.
Treat my friend right. Treat my friend right. Very well done.
You better be nice.
Yeah, well
all right, Drew. Give him the reach around.
Not
You're a doctor. It won't make you gay. If I do it, it's weird. Hey, Eva.
Yeah.
Now, seriously, I'm not trying to do any tabloid journalism, but obviously, and I'm feeling the connection between you and Sean. And me. Just shut up. Let me just work my way into this.
You guys got something planned up for tonight?
Hey, are you guys going to meet up later tonight?
Are we fun?
Yeah.
Well, your friend Adam wanted to join you, I understand.
Yeah.
Are you working tomorrow?
Yeah, no, I work in the morning.
What time? She
can rally.
Yeah, you can rally. What time? And by the way, you can just sleep it off in your trailer. You'll be fine.
No, I am in love with Sean. He's the greatest guy in the world. He is an amazing friend, and I love supporting him.
Thank you, Eva.
But Eva, let me seriously ask. Clearly, and look, I'm not trying to put anyone on the spot here, but maybe there is a connection to be made if there hasn't been already. Clearly, Sean is smitten with you. You have feelings for Sean. I don't know what your status is, single or married or whatever. Sean seems to be free and clear.
Adam's available.
Yeah. I'm married, but, she's flexible. She's cool like that.
She's cool.
And, no, I'm just saying, are you single, Eva?
Yes,
You are. Sean, what's up?
Hey, I'm in the same boat.
Sean's in the same single boat. I'm in the married dinghy with Drew. You guys are on the cabin cruiser of Singality. But,
oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah. But here's what I'm saying. You're both single. You're both part of the galaxy of ABC stars. You're both attractive. You're young. You're in your prime. Sean, Sean's testosterone,
peaking,
oozing from this man.
I am a young guy.
You, beautiful Latino, nubile woman with, and you're like a caged tiger. What?
Well, he pegged you, huh?
I'm just saying, well, what's wrong with the two of you connecting? You know what I'm saying?
Sean is my friend.
Right, friend. But what's wrong with connect? Even better.
Friend.
He's talking friends with benefits here.
Right. I mean,
honestly, I don't think it would work because Eva and I, the type of people we are, we neither one. If we ever went that route, we'd never leave the house.
You're so passionate.
It's just
people.
It would be too much. Nothing would ever top it.
Yeah, Eva, are you a passionate woman?
Very much so, yes.
Very much so. And Sean, I thumped him like a melon before I came in and realized his passion is almost off the charts.
You guys got a lot of things going on over there.
Yeah.
You were smitten with Sean.
Oh yes, that goes without saying.
I would like to see Sean with you. Yeah, I could watch that. Yeah,
hang out in the closet with the door creaked open.
No. Oh, Sean, are you kidding?
Yeah.
So
listen, Eva. Here's
the towel boy.
Here's the thing. I'm just standing there holding the towel. Mr. Ferris, do a couple of black chalk, mint, breath mint. Hey, Eva, here's all I'm saying. I would love to be the guy that got you two together, and there's obviously energy here. No, I'm not trying to pimp either one of you.
You're not. You're going nuts on this.
I mean, there's energy. There's energy between the two of them. They're both single.
Well, you've spent 10 minutes on this. Let's leave these poor kids alone.
All right.
We've tried. Sean and I try to create rumors, and there just ain't nothing going. No, nothing.
All right.
We can help you with that. That's no problem.
Eva, you go to your condo and have a wine cooler. We need you to do that.
Go warm up the hot tub.
Fire up the hot tub, and then I'm going to need you to take a nice loofah shower.
Get the booty queens out too.
Sean's gonna. Sean's gonna. We're gonna rev him up over here, and then we'll send him by. Should get there about 12:15, 12:20. All right.
Nice.
All right.
And I'll be there by 12:22.
And he'll give you a good report, and then we'll see you on this show.
All right. I look forward to it, y'all.
Thanks, Eva.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Thank
a
you.
y'all.
All right, Eva Longoria, everyone, from Desperate Housewives. There's something there. There's some energy. And I can't quite... You love Desperate Housewives?
It's nothing but love.
Yes?
I remember her from Young and the Restless.
Ah, yeah.
You're a lesbian.
She's restless, okay.
She's in Michelle's wheelhouse.
Oh, yeah. Attractive woman, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with that.
No.
Tight.
Nah, she's a great person. She really is.
Who cares? I don't care if she's Hitler Jr. She's great looking, and you should be on that. And I think there's something going on. I do.
Whatever.
Okay. I'm wanting to facilitate.
These guys, I know you are, but you've made that point 18 times in a row.
But let me tell you something about women. Women feel sometimes like they give in too early.
I know, but if Sean wants you to do that, he'll.
No, Sean does.
You want him to beat on you guys like that?
He can do whatever he wants to. I'm just sitting here for pure entertainment purposes.
I see. He's not here.
He's not here.
Does he like older women?
Oh, I love older women.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone, look.
You gotta date older women.
22-year-old guys love older women because they're 27-year-old women.
Well, yeah, of course.
When you hit 45, you don't want to be with a 59-year-old.
That's never going to happen. No. When you hit 45, then that's when you drop back down.
You drop down.
Of course.
Right. But ironically, they're still 27.
It always 27 is like that point.
You're 22, you want to be with a 27-year-old. You're 45, you want to be with a 27-year-old.
What is the optimal age?
For what?
27.
When you mean for a woman?
You out of the blue pick 27 as the age.
I just threw it out there. Look, here's what you want.
Give or take a few.
Women can be super foxy at 21, 22. But the desire part is a little screwed up. They're a little nutty. And I would say 30, 31.
I was saying, let's write down a number.
Okay, well, too late. I would say, and it keeps shifting. And Drew, you're a little older than I am, so it moves up for you. 32. 32, everything still works, super horny, and the body, nothing's falling.
I'll leave that to you guys.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. We get the 32-year-olds, Drew. Sarah?
Yeah.
What's happening?
My boyfriend has a really bad temper. My fiance, actually.
I'm going to talk to Eva again. What's going on?
Does he hit you?
He has once.
Okay. Well, he will do that again.
Where's my bourbon?
Absolutely.
Maybe he got it out of his system.
No, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
It doesn't?
Well,
and that's he's broken the law in touching you like that.
We've been together for a little over a year.
Oh, well, in that case, then.
And it's
listen.
I mean, I know that doesn't make it right. Nothing makes it right. But it's the first time he's ever done anything like that. And
and that's not the last time. These things, once they cross into this behavior, it escalates.
It does.
I know. I had the same experience with my ex.
So you do tend to go after abusive men.
Yeah, here's the thing. If you were the fact that you're with him says to us that it's going to escalate.
Right, because that's who you pick.
So we're guessing your dad was physically abusive to you.
Not to me.
All right, a violent guy, whatever. He was that kind of person, and that's why you're attracted to that kind of person. What's that?
He was to my mom.
I understand. So that's what you expect from men, is for them to beat the crap out of you.
Well, that's not what I want.
I know it's not what you want, but on some level, you're attracted to that.
Yeah, what you want and what you seek are two very different things.
The thing is, the things that are traumatizing in childhood for reasons that are why God wired us this way is just a complete mystery, but we are wired in such a way that when we have a traumatic experience in childhood, that becomes a source of attraction later in adulthood. And so the kind of person that Dad was, and all his traumatizing, what you hated for him for doing, is stuff that you find arousing and alluring now, and you can't not go after those guys. Yeah. And boy, you got to not go out. You got to get some treatment so you don't go after those guys.
Well, is there any way at all to break that cycle?
Yes, absolutely.
I thought I was when I got with him, because he was nothing like that when I met him.
Here's what you can pretty much depend on. If you are super attracted to a guy, that's the kind of guy he's going to be.
Unfortunately.
Even if he's a kindergarten teacher, whatever, it seems like the nicest guy in the world. You picked him. You're super attracted to him. That's who he's going to be.
That's why Eva likes Sean. Yeah. Rough trade. Handful of hair. Oh, yeah. Sarah?
Yeah. I think they're seeing the other way around. She seemed like the more active one.
I could see that, too.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to work. Sarah?
Yeah.
This guy, what's he do for a living?
He works at a big company, a big corporation that makes some...
Just say things so I can be satisfied and go home. They make
things for like big companies, like
make things for big companies.
Okay, let me close my eyes.
Clear.
What a vivid picture.
Yes, things for big companies.
It's really like having a high definition plasma screen in my set.
Well, you gotta remember, she may be afraid that he may find out by naming what he does.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. Thanks for crapping on me.
Hey, yeah.
There you go.
Sean's right.
I'm a listener. I'm an observer.
No, I appreciate it. You're right. You got us back on track, Sarah. But it takes a big man to admit when someone else is right, Drew. Big man.
That's you.
I give you credit.
I'm a huge man. So, Sarah, I agree with Drew. We should probably drop this guy.
Yeah.
And
you need to get some treatment.
Though.
I know.
No, I know, because that's what hold on a second. Let's talk about attraction for just 1 second, because that's the heroin part of the relationship.
Absolutely.
The reason, somebody could be going, like a guy could kill himself over a chick, and you look at her and like, it's not doing anything for me. I mean, what is attraction? You hear these women all the time, especially for women. It's like, well, he's short, and he's kind of balding, and he ain't much to look at, and he's got a hairy back, but it's like, I can't.
Yeah,
I gotta breathe his breath. I can't. I want to drink his urine. I can't. I gotta be near this guy.
Right.
What is that? Well, the guy's a schlub. Why do you got to be near him? Well, that's what attraction is, and it's more powerful than the sort of rational
mind. And when
mind.
it's crazy intense like that, particularly for people that don't make sense to everybody else, it's because you were traumatized, and this is a reenactment of all that traumatic material. And what's interesting is when the current boyfriend starts actually escalating and traumatizing you again. It's one of the concept is that it increases your attachment needs. Where do people go when they're in traumatic situations but run to their loved ones?
Right.
So now this is the guy you're even more attached to now when he becomes the traumatizer, because that's the only place you can go when you're being traumatized.
Is it safe to say that the more effed up you are, the stronger and more specific the attraction is, and the greater the grip it has on you?
The less flexibility you have with moving in and out of relationships.
Yeah, like people that haven't had any history of trauma can sort of objectively take a look at a situation and go, this person hit me, I'm leaving the relationship.
And that's one of the things that happens from trauma is you lose flexibility and the ability to move in and out of bad and good feelings, bad and good relationships.
Right. And women probably use more of their brain in terms of attraction than guys do. I mean, guys use their eyes.
Yes,
essentially.
guys, their eyes activate their visual cortices, and then they're driven right into the drive centers, right into the desire centers,
straight to the junk.
The women don't have that desire activation.
Right to the basket.
They have arousal without desire. And so they have attraction. All that is what moves them along. It's not that hunger, desire stuff that men get.
Right. Is that why they're always able to say no? I don't want to. No,
right.
Stop.
Yes,
Stop.
That's
and you're sitting there going, but I got to.
They don't. They don't
have that.
Or a lot of women don't.
Until they hit their peak.
No, even then, a lot of women that part of the brain doesn't. Some do. There's some women are sort of masculinized and have a lot of testosterone and whatnot circulating. But most of them, I'm going out for Discovery Health Channel. We're going to go to a functional MRI scan in Atlanta, and we're going to do a bunch of functional MRIs on people looking at arousing material.
Is there a non-functioning MRI?
Functional MRI, meaning it shows the metabolic function of regions of the brain, not just the anatomic structure. So you actually look at to what the brain is doing in response to stimuli.
So
I'm going in the scanner.
And pretend like I understand.
Drew's going in. Sean, man of passion, by the way.
We'll have a little race.
Reminds me of a young Drew. Driven by passion. Both toward the same goal. Vagina Hill. Yeah.
No, try one again. All right, here you go. Beat. Take two.
Driven by passion. Fueled by lust.
Yes.
Just gotta have it.
Yes, there's two men, both in their primes, both moving in the same direction.
To the
evil, Longorious underpants.
Okay.
The point is I can see, I see the passion in Drew. Hell, you can smell it if the air conditioning duct's blowing hard enough. Sean is passionate a man as I've seen in here in a long time. And I've seen passion. I know passion.
It's just written on my face. What can I say?
It really
I've
is.
actually got it tattooed on my forehead.
Yeah, well.
I think Eva's picking up on that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. All right, so dump the guy. Yeah?
And get some help.
And get some help.
A good therapist could help you with this.
All right. And
there are specialists in domestic violence, and report him, frankly.
All right. Well, we got a question for Sean. I was looking at Monique is going to ask a question for Sean. That's a hot name.
Me?
Passion.
Monique.
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
Monique's got a
Monique.
question for you.
Already Sean's into it.
Yeah.
I am down. Monique, what is up?
We will, well, hold on. What is up? Monique?
Hello?
We got to take a quick commercial here, baby doll.
But if you hold on, I would be happy to answer your question.
Yes.
Sure.
Get some tips from the reigning king of passion. Under 30 division, Drew. Is that going to make a run at your crown?
I'm in a league of my own.
All right, hold on, Monique. Sean Ferris is here tonight from Life as We Know It, 8 o'clock, Thursdays, ABC. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
Call LoveLine 1-800-LOVE-191.
Do I get pregnant if I do it? You get addicted to aspirin? That's pretty accurate.
LoveLine. Be right back.
5.
Hello there. It's LoveLine, the best of LoveLine, that is. I'm Adam. That is Dr. Drew.
And I'm so excited. Upcoming our dear friend,
Mark McGrath and Dana Devin from Extra. And he's working out on that show.
Yeah, he is.
I've been watching it.
Yes.
He's doing a great job.
Yes.
He's a great guy. He's one of these guys you just love to hate, except for he's so goddamn nice.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You can't.
All right. Dana Devin and Mark McGrath. Hey, buddy, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dana Devin here tonight. Mark McGrath here with her from Extra, NBC, 7 o'clock. Best guilty pleasure on television, Drew.
Yes, indeed.
Drew can't stand the show. I'm a big fan.
No, not this show.
Huge fan. Oh, please.
But Drew, you were going to actually work for Extra at one point, or you did?
I did some stuff for a little while. And
What? What happened?
I am actually I don't have any talent for it. Yeah, but I'm interested.
It makes two of us.
Yeah, I'll learn.
No.
Wait a minute.
I'm disturbed at the sort of the way celebrity is massaged. You know what I mean? Rather than try to dig in, who are these people? What makes them? Why do they need to do this? Why do they have this craziness? As opposed to, well, they're engaged in this craziness because they're trying to affect something in their career or to affect some other celebrities thinking about it. No. These are people with real serious disturbances of the psyche.
You're saying Renelle Zellweger has problems, whatever her name is? Yeah?
I'm saying the people that have chaos in their relationships, as you well know.
All right, but here's the thing. You can't turn the celebrities into people. If you turn them into people, then you have no more show.
I don't know.
No one cares what they ate or what their dog's name is.
Well, and generally speaking, the audience that you're appealing to doesn't necessarily want to get into the deep. They like.
Thank you.
They want Hollywood,
They
baby.
grew up on video games and they like fast and furious. And we've actually tried to slow our show down and try and get a little bit deeper. But sometimes you fight that a little bit. You have a short attention span theater, you know?
Yeah. All right, Drew, please.
You don't want to see the wizard behind the curtain, man.
That's right.
You know, keep the curtain
Chill out,
closed,
buddy.
You know, Wizard of Oz, baby.
It's really supposed to be just fun. You know
I
what I
know.
mean?
And it is.
How about it, Drew?
Yeah.
How about some fun?
All right,
Is that all right?
You're right. I'm too heavy.
Can you
This is illogical.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't not like Extra. That's not it at all. Because
I'm against
it's
it.
like the happiest staff on earth. You know what I mean? It's like, right? I mean,
certainly is.
It's a very happy place.
Right.
Like that big room there where you guys are.
Oh, yeah, the purple one.
You want Mark to like sit down with Liv Tyler and ask when she was molested and get her to start crying and stuff like that?
That's what I want.
That's me. Investigative journalism. That's
I tend to like that personally. Like I like those parts of an interview more than I like anything else. But it just doesn't work in this format. There has to be a branch off if we're going to do that. You know what I mean?
I mean, on like a Barbara Walters style.
Yeah,
interview.
there has to be you have to have a separate kind of environment for that because it's not working like that. But you can touch on it, but you just kind of like walk around it, skip around it, and then you move on. You can't get real deep.
Skip.
Yeah.
How long? By the way, Billy Bush, pussy. By the way, Mark. Don't worry about him. I don't trust that kid. Drew doesn't even know who he is, do you, Drew? You wouldn't recognize him if you were standing in the street and bumped right into you, would you?
No.
You might
you
though.
would. No, doesn't know the kid. No.
He's the nephew of Bush.
Don't even know.
And what happened?
He's co-host of Access Hollywood. Actually, I think he's really nice.
No, but no one likes him. He rubs everyone the wrong way. Guys hate him and chicks are creeped out by him.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I would say. Never met anyone that
he'll
had
be
a good vibe up there. I'll be kissing his ass once again Wednesday.
Yeah.
Billy, great job, buddy. Hey, give me some sugar. Mark, should stay with the band. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. Hey, that Mark guy's creepy, isn't he?
I don't think you're creepy. Mark actually was one of the first people that we ever had.
Thanks for saying that, by the way, because I wasn't even asking you, like, for real.
No, I was going to tell you, though, because Mark is one of the first people that we had that came on the show that didn't offend one or the other. Like, gay men love Mark, straight men love Mark, and gay and straight women love Mark. There's nobody he offends.
And I love them all.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I do offend.
Until he actually starts loving them all. Then it gets a little nasty.
Yeah.
Right. Second date, you know.
Could you wait till the third, please?
You know?
All right.
Punch my card.
Let's take ourselves some phone calls. Drew, watch the show, really. It's
yeah, okay.
He's TiVo, Drew. You got that.
All right, got it.
Ashley?
Yes.
You're 24?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, I just have a question. Ever since I had my first kid, about 4 years ago, I've been really uncomfortable. Actually, it turns me off really bad whenever my husband touches me.
Ooh.
Down in my genitals or goes down on me or anything.
Is it painful or just uncomfortable?
It just turns me off. It disgusts me.
Disgust.
How about in sex? Same thing?
No, sex is fine.
Oh.
But and then I had our second kid and I breastfed him. And ever since I breastfed, I don't like my nipples being touched. Is that normal?
Let's just going to run out of parts soon. He's going to just get a big Q-tip and poke her or something across the room.
It's going to be a problem when the kids
by
start
the
holding
way,
their hand.
That sounds psychological, though.
Well, I'm trying to evaluate whether this is sort of post-traumatic stress of some type or if this is some sort of biological reaction. Any way I could figure out a biological medical reason for this, and I can't come up with one. So the next question is, did you have some sort of trauma growing up? Were you sexually abused or something?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's...
All right. Well, that's it. What happened?
But why do you think the kids have to... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Because it's a trigger. It's sort of when people have post-traumatic stress, something's got to sort of reawaken it. And so the idea of something coming out of her and then all the intimacy with the child reevokes all this crazy stuff.
Plus, she was a kid when she was abused or molested or whatever it was. Ashley.
So the child
does your husband know that you had some sexual abuse?
Yes.
And who did this to you? Family member?
Stepfather.
Stepfather. How old were you?
It started when I was like 7 and ended when I think I was 13.
Oh.
What about counseling? Did you ever get any counseling?
I got some, but it didn't seem to help at all.
Yeah.
I think you guys probably need marital counseling, don't you?
Well,
everything else is fine. I mean, he's okay with it, but, every once in a while he slips up and tries to do something, or he gets a little bit frustrated and tries to go down there, and it just grosses me out.
Well, but Ashley, these things don't exist in
By the
a
way,
vacuum.
I think these are terms I could agree to in a relationship.
Yeah, no kidding. Most guys would be stoked.
There'll be no oral sex. Done and done.
Yeah, darn. Tonight was your night.
Really? That's not something...
Adam,
not everybody's flowerful.
I'm fine.
Really?
I'm fine with it. I'm a man here. But
what do you mean you're fine with it?
But you'll just tolerate it. You're not into it. You just tolerate it.
You seek it out?
No, seek it out, but I'm happy to oblige.
You do what you got to do.
A little more than that.
Really? This is
However,
stirrups
but
in the house.
Adam had a great way of...
Mark?
Wait.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
if there's grass in the valley.
Adam had a great way of thinking about this. Wait. Just looking at it as if you were an anthropologist from Mars. You're Martian and landed, and you're trying to learn about what oral sex is. Go ahead.
Well, I was saying this. If women say, oh, forget about what you guys do. What about what we have to do? And I comparing the two oral sexes.
Wait. Listen.
I said, look, you're from another, forget about what your sexual proclivity is. You're from another planet. You come down here. You want to bury your face on a churro or an abalone? 9 out of 10 Martians go churro.
10 Martians.
That's. I mean, just those are your two choices. Where are you going? Cinnamony, sugary, still hot.
Or Pelesipod. Pelesipod. I'm sort of, I'm adventuresome. I'm a scientist. I like that stuff.
Yes.
So I'll go for the Dionysian.
Yes. I feel like, well, first off, Mark, you're single, right? You're single?
Yes.
Okay, so you cannot ask. What I mean is as a single guy, you can't be yakking on the radio that you're not. That's not your cup of tea because once the word
it's an act of reciprocity, isn't it? I mean, it's what I mean for a guy at least. Yeah. I mean, I know guys dig it, but it's not.
There are guys that are really into it.
Oh yeah, but psychotically into it.
You don't want to be with that guy, by the way. No. That's the weirdo dude.
Avoid that.
Yeah, that's the guy that stares at you like.
Yeah. That's the guy that I was working in the mall, and he would go. We'd find him back in the lingerie section of the place, and he would be into the underwear.
That's
usually has a mustache.
That's even different stuff.
That's the guy's like.
Usually he has a mustache and drives a van.
I want to taste you
by the river.
I need to taste you. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, watch out for that guy.
I did not really realize. I knew there were a small part of the population that probably didn't know it.
You have to use your imagination for that one to know the guys might have a little.
No, you're misleading her. Here's the thing. Most guys. Here's the thing about guys. We're much more flexible. We can take a punch in the stomach from one of our buddies. We can eat a sandwich that fell on the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll do whatever we have to do. We don't have strong feelings about it. But we're not dying to do it after, year one of the relationship. We'll do it.
Right.
I mean, there's a weird thing. It's like, how do you explain to someone, it's like saying someone is not smart, but that doesn't make them dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to say we love it doesn't mean we hate it. It just means
it's a gray area there.
Yeah, we're ready to do it.
Well, then guys grow up with no idea what that is for a woman. Guys grow up with the sense that a vagina is just an inside-out penis.
Right.
And therefore having sex would be what would be perfectly suitable for a woman. And the idea that it being different is something that comes much, much later.
I never know what I'm doing either. To be honest,
it goes without saying, but
right.
Yeah, I'm trying to be candid here, Dr. Joe. I need a kick to the nuts from you. You know what I mean?
How dare you?
So,
well, I think that goes reverse.
Wait, where's my anatomy book? Get the Chris.
Yeah, give me that
anatomy book.
I learned from Sam Kinison. He said, "Do the alphabet with your tongue." You know what I mean? And
you told me that on the set.
I know, and it's. I don't know.
But isn't there something sexy about it? If you're really into someone, you're almost ingesting them. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess you could have actually are ingesting.
Wow. It's in a great.
You know what I mean? Like
Dahmer over here, Red Raider.
Go Red Raiders.
What happens down there in Texas?
What does happen?
You warranted the anatomy book.
The Red Raider.
You're so
Mark gets to get the anatomy lesson.
You're so into them, you want to consume them.
Yes.
There's passion.
But I guess that goes into the first year thing that you were just saying.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
That's all the action.
You give your husband a pass tomorrow night, he'll be cool with it.
Perineum.
All right,
what about digital manipulation?
My husband is a doctor, and he didn't do well in the gynecology part. He failed it, actually.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Yeah. He gave a C minus.
Very proud that you're bringing that up tonight.
Yeah, he likes it when I do that.
All right, Drew. Do this off the air.
All right. Okay.
It's a visual thing.
Right.
The point is guys, here's the thing. Guys need to know that they should put a stronger emphasis on this than they actually do.
Yes.
Nobody talks about it. Everyone's talking about sex and humping and screwing and banging and all that good stuff. They never talk about.
What if the songs aren't about this part?
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, nothing rhymes with cunnilingus very well,
right? And what rhymes with abalone?
Yeah, really.
Right.
If you think about it.
Right.
Yeah.
But hey, you think that there's never good communication. I've never had good communication in that sense because it's kind of awkward. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I've never had a girl go, "Oh, that feels great. That does," and guide me through this, even with girlfriends and stuff. You know?
Right.
So I think there's a communication problem. Somebody help me.
But then this is again what we were talking about earlier with women settling for things and not asserting.
Right. They settle on that.
Men are happy to oblige if women just go, hey, try this.
Right.
Tell me what I'm doing.
Plus,
men are fine.
Most of the notes would be burn less calories. Reel it in a little.
In all aspects.
Try a salad.
Well, actually, you know what? I think even this is not even so much an issue for women. If there was just more, it's like when you first go out, you're kissing for hours. You're kissing for so long that you've got razor burn from the guy and your lips are sore the next day and you're like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then as soon as you get married, there's not that much kissing anymore. You don't even really like full mouth kiss anymore.
Yeah.
You know, or at least
gross.
Yeah, it's like
I know.
It's a chore.
it is. It's like there's a lot of stuff going on in a human's mouth, and you just kind of get like, whoa.
Yeah.
And as much as you don't want someone in yours, as you don't want to be in theirs, but
Right.
you know what I mean?
I know.
But if you even just had kissing, you wouldn't even have to do that stuff.
Me and my
as
wife
much.
before.
Here's what all the guys heard.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't hear what she said. That we
If
just
you
heard wah,
kiss?
wah, 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 wah. She
No, I heard
said,
it.
she said, if you kiss, you don't have to do this so much.
Well, all right.
Foreplay.
I'm
in other
in.
words, slow, like, you know, take your time. And then that's
Make it
not
out.
even so much as an issue.
Don't
you think?
All right,
It's
hold
hard
on.
even to process that.
Do you don't think so?
No, you're probably right. It's just this how far men and women are apart.
Yeah.
It's just so exciting to get right to it, though. Who has time for
make it
all,
out.
you know?
Yeah, but this is the point. This is all the
communication.
No,
right?
they need this other part.
The emotional. We just need the physical.
It's not emotional, actually. I mean, it is, but
It
it's
is.
physical. It's actually preparing a woman.
Well, first off,
yes.
Preparation was never my strong point.
No, it's like, it's Thanksgiving.
Now, you know, my wife and I are at the point where all we do is low five real fast before we hop into it. Low five. Okay, it's good. I'm in. I'm done. I'm done. All right, what's going on? Turn extra on, sweetie. Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Here's the problem. Here's what women don't know, Dan. Here's what's in it for us.
Okay.
I'll tell you what's in it. There's not a lot in marriage for guys. Now, Drew, pipe down. I know your wife's listening. But guys instinctively, sort of what's in it for us, this is what's in it for us.
Sex.
We can
But
have
guaranteed.
sex minus all the cuddling and the making out and all. This is where guys go to.
But it's not guaranteed, though. That's
It's not guaranteed.
But this is
the
compensation.
Right. As a guy, as a 18-year-old guy, what's in it for you, marriage-wise? I mean, even if you're going to get married in 10 years, well, you get to get laid when you want. It's like it's living in the house with. There's an ATM in the house.
Yeah, and it's free. You don't need a card.
No lines. No
It ain't
car.
free.
No. Yeah. What
18
It ain't
is.
free.
18 is about youth.
Right. There, yeah. Well, there's no surcharge. You save you $1.50, but the bank manager's embezzling. Is what you don't know. He's taking hundreds of thousands.
Someone else might use the ATM too.
Yeah, right. That's the point. But it's in the house, and the sex minus all the dating and the hand holding and the kissing and the cuddling and all. We narrow it. See, here's the whole thing. This is what we've always wanted. It took 8 dates and a bunch of meals and a few plays and everything to get this. We whittle it down to where we want it to be, which is low five, pow. This is the direction we've been heading. Look at it as a giant pyramid that we've been heading toward this.
Right.
Quick intercourse, the whole, since maybe junior year of high school. This is where we've been heading. We're there now. You guys, you got the kids, you got the ring, you got the SUV, we get the quick thing. Everyone dies, everyone's happy.
Right.
Right. All
A
right.
great life.
Let's take a break. There it is. That's it, everybody.
Beautiful.
Well, Dana Devin here tonight, and you know what?
What?
We shed some light on each other's
We
parts.
did.
That's
We
what I
did.
like about us.
These two are
Mark
getting
McGrath,
closer.
of
That's
course.
like a retreat for them.
Well, actually, we've already discussed 90% of this, which is frightening. We do it with microphones on the set.
yeah.
You know, where the entire staff they're popping in tapes in the back, and Mark's talking about what was the
Yeah. Better than our
uteral.
Our taped our taped mic ones where like the producers are idiots. I'm going to kill these guys. What am I doing here? That's the part they were listening to.
The LoveLine.
Yeah, they would have probably enjoyed if we just had sexual discourse. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
1-800-LOVE-191.
LoveLine will be right back.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. We're going to speak to Stephanie, who's 19. When she cuddles with boyfriend after fighting, she gets real excited. All right. Sounds exciting. Stephanie?
Yeah?
You, yeah.
Ooh.
What's up?
Hi. Well, my boyfriend and I get in fights. I don't know. We always make up. And it's afterwards when we're laying in bed and we're cuddling. And we're really close to each other. And I just get really excited. in a horny way. I get really horny, and it's strange because when we just normally go to have sex.
Had to say horny twice. Huh?
Sorry.
I'm really horny.
Horny way sounds like it's just a great cul-de-sac to live on. You take Strumpet Road, you'll hit Horny Circle, and then Horny Way. That's the next, and then we're right there. We're second house on the left. You can't miss it.
What kind of fighting do you guys do? Is there? Do you hit each
hand
other?
to hand. They use
Oh,
throwing
no, we're
stars.
not, no.
Nunchucks or anything?
No, we don't hit each other. I mean, they're always verbal, you know.
All right.
And
Now, listen, you're 19. This is what you do. You get all fired up. You get the juices flowing.
But
and you cuddle. You get horny.
The aggression is what's being converted into sexual.
Were you ever physically abused?
no.
No. Okay. No
Well,
problems?
Huh?
No problems growing up with this?
I mean, I was molested once, but it wasn't any family members or anything. And
who did it?
A friend of mine.
How old were you?
It was actually over the summer.
You got molested last summer?
Yeah.
Oh.
That wouldn't be molested. That's
I
rape.
think that's rape.
Well, I mean, there was no
Penetration?
intercourse.
No intercourse? What
a sexual assault then.
What was there?
Well, you know, it was a guy I thought I could trust, and I could not drive because I was intoxicated, and I passed out at his house, and, well, I woke up with his hands down my pants, basically.
Right.
And he was touching me.
And then what?
I told him to get off of me, but I couldn't leave, and so he didn't say anything. He just got up and, went into his room. And he didn't come out, and I left as soon as I woke up in the morning.
A rapist.
All right, so sort of, inappropriate sexual contact.
Yeah, that shouldn't leave too big a mark.
No.
No, yeah,
It's not molestation. Molestation's when you're pre-pubertal, like you're a child.
Okay. So, Stephanie, that's the only thing that happened. You got a little trauma there. Somebody stepped out of line. You caught it. You stopped it. I wonder how much of that stuff, by the way, you know what these guys do, I would imagine.
These guys that try this kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chick's passed out.
Yeah.
So you take your hand, you start rubbing down there. It doesn't really wake anybody up. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, it probably feels good.
Yeah, but again, that's a guy wishing somebody would do that to him.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is I think what happens is the guys test the water a little by doing the little outside the panties, outside the pants rub for 5 minutes. Don't get much of a response. Then the hand slides in. Then they wake up.
Right.
And I don't even know. It's sort of like the guy giving the other guy the BJ. The guy's drunk. The guy's passed out. He's having a dream. One of the Hee-Haw twins is giving him a little pleasure, and then wakes up and sees the guy with the goatee and freaks. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Drew, that's happened to you, yes?
Well, having a flashback.
Yeah. I mean, not the goatee back then. He had that big Dan Haggerty beard. Yes? Big Merlin Olsen beard. But the point is I kind of think that when these guys do this, they think all right, I'm just going to rub for a little bit. It seems like she's okay with it. Either she's not waking up, or it's like you're in that state where you're just kind of passed out. It's like if someone was doing something that felt kind of good,
right,
and you're drunk and high and whatever and passed out, you don't even know it's like. Right. You'll hang for it, right?
Right.
All right. That shouldn't count. I mean, that shouldn't be... What this guy did was wrong, but she shouldn't be traumatized from that.
Yeah, still something up with Stephanie. She likes the aggressive makeup sex.
Yeah, not going to get to it.
Yeah.
Wendy?
Yeah.
You're 25?
Yep.
Sorry for disturbing you at this time at night. At your
I didn't
home.
know. Sorry. Uh-oh.
What was that?
That's my kid.
All righty. You got a fiancé?
Yep.
And you're cheating on him?
Yeah, for the past 4 months.
Mm-hmm. When are you guys planning on getting married?
It's kind of been up in the air, sort of, whenever.
Wow. That's like a recorded
Novelty,
drop of a baby cry.
It was Anderson.
Oh,
Okay.
well, that's why it sounded like a recorded drop of a baby cry.
Wendy?
Yeah.
Wendy, is your boyfriend or fiance sort of not attending to you lately, or are you mad at him for something?
Probably like the past year.
What's the deal?
He gets really absorbed in like computer, video games. Doesn't really help around with our child. And
so you're going to show
around
him.
the house. Huh?
This is what women do.
Well, payback time.
You're going to show him.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but I know it's wrong. It's like, why do I do it?
Well, who are you doing it with? Somebody you work with?
A friend of mine's roommate.
Uh-huh. And
is that a guy?
He's 27.
How often do you do this?
I see him like twice a week.
Twice a week? Wow.
Yeah.
Ambitious. And for how long? How long has this been going on? About 4 months?
Sometimes I stay over there. Sometimes a couple hours.
How do you stay
We don't
over?
really have sex. It's like we hang out and I don't know. Maybe it's more emotional.
Do you have sex with him at all?
Do I have? Yes, I have.
Just not every time.
Yeah.
And how is it that you stay over? Do you live with your boyfriend?
Yeah. Well, since it's a roommate of a friend, it's pretty easy to.
It's easy to say I'm spending over the night over at Jill's house, or what?
Exactly.
Really? That's kind of weird too. Your boyfriend's not like your fiance. Hey, what do you mean? You
got an 8-month-old? Where you going?
And that's weird too. He doesn't call me when I'm gone.
Is he a drug addict? It's a drug addict.
No.
He doesn't smoke pot every day.
Nope.
No. Well, look. Okay. Here's the thing. He what?
I said he's pretty straight and narrow, actually.
He's depressed.
Something is really
Something's
really
up with him.
wrong.
I would
wrong.
say he's just depressed. And you sound marginally depressed yourself, not as bad as him. He's sort of immobilized.
Something is very very wrong.
Okay.
So
you
what
guys
should
need.
I do?
All right. You need.
Does he go to school?
Well, first off.
Yeah, I do. We both do actually, and both work. And then we have our 2-year-old. And
Well, does the school have mental health services?
You know, I've tried to get him to go to therapy with me, and he refuses. He just doesn't think that.
No.
We need it.
Well, here's the deal. The relationship
Break
can't
it off.
last. Yeah, you got to break it off if he won't participate.
Yeah,
What
and listen.
Well, he's not being a father, such as it is. So
listen, mommy.
And the
Yeah.
chaos
What are you
is no
doing?
good for your
What are you
kid.
doing sleeping over at a friend's house? You got
With
a
an 8-month-old.
2-year-old. I said 8 months,
Oh.
but she said 2.
Oh,
So let's
Yeah,
call it 14.
perfect.
The point is you're just crashing out at some friend's house, some friend's apartment. You're flopping on a futon. You got a kid at home.
Going to school and working. Who's with the kid?
Let me tell you something, Drew. As I've told you many times, when you tell me you're going to take $3 million to put each one of your kids through a college, I keep telling you there's huge swings in parenting.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like there's the guys who own the dogs that take them to the dog park and throw the frisbee every day and knit them a sweater and get them a present for Easter. Give them like a Giblets Easter bunny. And then there's ones that they put them in the backyard and they shut the back door and that's it.
It seems like there's some that put an electric prod in the cage too.
There's those too, but I mean, there's just the ones that
Wendy,
dog will raise himself.
You've got to do some parenting. The book I'm going to recommend to you is called Parenting from the Inside Out by a guy named Siegel. And the time you don't spend with your kid needs at least a third of your day in your presence, and it is critical to the child's brain development.
I hope it's a chick. Should be a stripper. All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Okay, so I know there's nothing wrong with me. So what's up?
So I was like you, and I used to think that these Datelines were totally cheesy.
Why can't I meet anybody?
But I tried everything else and thought, what the hell? So I called the Dateline and actually met a cool guy.
I called the Dateline and I hooked up with some cool people.
Believe it or not, other normal people are out there looking too.
877-889-DATE.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Well, that's the program, everybody. Thanks for tuning in as per usual. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.